Hi everyone, it's Tracey here from Art Fiber Stitch. Today we're looking at different fabrics that you could use as a background. But where I started was this fabric here. This one really spoke to me. It's got different little bits of thickened thread in it, slubs. It's got a nice back too, completely different kind of colour. I really liked it and it spoke to me of tree trunks. So that's what I'm going to do, some trees. See these lovely different threads in it? I'm going to start with cutting a little bit and making them different sizes. I'll figure it out as I go. But that's generally what I'm wanting, something like that, as if you were looking through the tree trunks and into the background. So backgrounds, it could really change the flavour of the picture. Look at that one. That's a nice sort of, oh, it suggests leaves to me. I could put something else down the bottom. Look at this. I love these variegated fabrics. I think they're great. And I mean, that could be a lot of things, couldn't it? That could speak to me of, that could even be a nice riverbank there. Lots of things. So plenty of choices. It really does change and affect the focal element, which will be the trees. I love the vibrancy of this one, and that speaks to me of skies and meadows and flowers. I just think that's stunning. And with each one I try, I think of something different. It could be the flavour, the story that we're trying to tell could really, really change. And those materials there, they have so many different areas which could make a difference. So let's put them aside for now. I'm going to take the plainest, this one here. It is a really deep blue and it reminded me straight away of like twilight or night. You know, I'm putting these tree trunks on it and I'm thinking, yes, I could do that. To me, it starts to suggest things like, oh, a moonlit night, maybe something like that, to some mesh like this. See how it's sort of glittery, and that could suggest clouds or just that twinkle in the sky. So I'm wanting to go with this idea, and that's what I'll use in this video. I may go on and do others yet, because they all look great. But here's this net, and it's very, very fine. It's got a very fine glitter in it. And I can rip it, you see, like this. And if I do, and I stop it being blocky like that, I can rip holes in it, I can make a tattered edge, and I can just make that appear like a wispy cloud. But then I'm thinking, well, to hold it down, I could put something on top. This is a very, very fine tulle. It's also got a bit of glitter to it. Well, that really took a lot of the deep blue out, didn't it? That made it into something completely different. But I quite liked that dark blue in places, at least. So now I'm looking at cutting down that piece and just having a small bit at the top. That's where my cloud could be. But what next? I would like more of that blue to show. So I'm just going to try here, just using some scissors to cut out some little tiny shapes that will suggest leaves maybe. And that could be like the, yeah, see how you can see that tiny areas there of a darker blue? So I could take a bit of time and do something like that. That would be a good idea, and still have that, the clouds and that, and I've got a bit of variation there, you see. That looks more natural to me. Now what I'm looking at here is just a piece of white, and I thought, it's calling out for a moon. But see how I've got this little cutout board here? This is a mat board, a framing mount. That really helps me to see the story as it's finished. It takes your eye straight to the design. I cut down that moon for a start. It was way too big. Or do I want to be this way? Or do I want that bottom section? Do I like it darker? And that's what I do. I look and see, and each time it suggests something different. So I'm going to go back to cutting some more bits out of this for a start, because I liked that. Make it random. They're not the same size and they're not in the same direction. They're all heading off all over the place. And I want that to look like the canopy of the trees that we're not really seeing, because it's like nighttime or dark, you know, but I wanted colour still. I don't want to go for black, you see. So that was a really good starting point, this blue. See how I'm tattering this net, this mesh. And I'll put that under and see, does that give me the look that I want? A little bit more, perhaps. Something like that, but, you know, you can pick it up and you can change it around and you can rearrange it. I know something like that would be good. I'm going to cut this net down again because I'm thinking I want more of that vibrant foreground. My trees also seem a little bit big and chunky, so I'm cutting them down. Get myself a few choices of what kind of ones I could put in there. And the main thing is going to be the trees. Do I like to obscure that moon? Do I like it poking out? Do I want it on its own? You know, these kind of things can really take some time to work out, but it's part of the fun. You're building your story here. Do I like one of them crooked? I probably do. So out with the little surround again, and we have a look and we make it into a real picture. I'm going to trap this white moon underneath that net. It'll help to hold it down. But also I want it to be only the trees that are the things that are at the front, you know. Everything else is pushed into the background. It is the trees that are the focal area. Notice how I've used some of the front, some of the back of the material, because the back actually makes it look more silvery. I think I could use that, because what I'm trying to attempt here would be like a moon behind these trees, and the edges could come out all silvery as if they're touched by the moon. And that is why I like to design things on the fly like this. I like it to change as it goes. So I've got this. I'm happy with that. I'm going to use some of that variegated fabric. Something that's very, very similar. It's got that dark blue still, but it's putting in a little band of green there. I've grabbed some thread out because I think the next stage would be holding some things down, the bits that I know that I want. Now the top area, I'll probably rearrange and do something with that later. The main thing here would be to get this band down. It's going to hold down the edge of the net, and it's going to give me some more ideas as to what I want to put in that background. So I'm just going to use a running stitch, and I'm just going to not be too straight. I'm just going to go one way, and then I'll just keep going, turning it around, going back, and I'll end up with something that's a little bit more natural in my lines. But that's given a bit of a highlight to that. I think it'll be good. So I hope you see what I mean about suggesting different stories with different fabrics, and how that can really make a difference and send you in different directions. Mine will end up something like this, I think, but I'm nowhere near finished. I think I'll have to do it in the next episode. But just to give you some ideas of how you can create a story, a real drama with your fabric. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you have, don't forget to like and subscribe.